South Africa is a country of talent, ambition, and confidence. Sometimes too much confidence. I mean, this is a place where we'll confidently give directions even when we have absolutely no idea where you're supposed to be going. It's bold, it's fearless, it's very South African. But today, we're aiming even higher than that. Today we're asking a question big enough to make the entire country argue in the comments section. Could South Africa actually host the Olympic Games? Not in theory, not with vibes, but properly. International athletes, global media, billions watching, and zero room for mistakes. Let's talk about whether South Africa is ready for the biggest sporting event on earth. South Africa isn't an underdog when it comes to global events. In 2010, the country hosted the FIFA World Cup, a tournament that brought the world's attention here for a full month. That event demanded new stadiums, upgraded transport, international security operations, and the movement of millions of visitors. And despite early doubts, it worked. Not perfectly, but successfully. The World Cup proved something crucial. South Africa can operate on a global stage when the pressure is on. The Olympics would be bigger, longer, and more complex. But the foundation of experience already exists. One major advantage South Africa has is that it wouldn't need to build everything from scratch. Cities like Cape Town, Johannesburg, Durban, and Pretoria already have international airports, large stadiums, and tourism industries built around accommodating global visitors. Modern Olympic Games no longer need to be compacted into one massive city. Events are increasingly spread across regions, reducing cost and pressure. This model plays perfectly into South Africa's geography and urban layout. In other words, hosting the Olympics here wouldn't be about dreaming big. It would be about upgrading smart. This is where optimism hits a wall. The Olympics are notoriously expensive, and even wealthy countries often regret hosting them. South Africa has far more pressing needs than prestige, and any Olympic bid would raise serious questions at home. There's also a trust issue. When people hear about massive budgets, they worry about mismanagement, corruption, and white elephant projects that never get used again. Those concerns aren't hypothetical, they're based on history. Can the country justify spending billions on a sporting event when communities still lack basic services? Would Olympic infrastructure truly benefit ordinary South Africans after the closing ceremony, or would it become another symbol of misplaced priorities? These aren't negative questions, they're necessary ones. Because the success of hosting wouldn't be measured in applause or TV ratings, but in whether the investment still makes sense 10 or 20 years later. The Olympics don't allow mistakes. Transport delays, communication failures, or security lapses become global headlines instantly. South Africa has hosted major summits, international conferences, and high-security events before, proving the capability exists. But Olympic scale is relentless. It runs every day, all day, across multiple venues at once. Pulling it off would require flawless coordination, political stability, and consistent leadership. It's possible, but the margin for error is razor thin. Here's the twist most people miss. Many cities around the world no longer want to host the Olympics. The cost, political risk, and public backlash have pushed major cities to withdraw their bids or reject the Games outright. This has forced the International Olympic Committee to rethink what hosting should look like. Sustainability, reuse of venues, and cost control are no longer buzzwords. They're requirements. That shift creates a unique opening for South Africa. Not to compete with London, Beijing, or Paris, but to offer something different. A regionally shared, realistic, and development-focused Olympics. Hosting the first Olympic Games on African soil wouldn't just make headlines. It would reshape the global sporting map, bring long-term attention to the continent, and change how future games are imagined. So, can South Africa host the Olympic Games? Yes, the country has the experience, the infrastructure, and the global credibility to do it. But the real question isn't can South Africa host the Olympics? It's whether hosting them would genuinely serve the country its people, and its future. If the goal is prestige, it's not worth it. If the goal is legacy, accountability, and long-term value, then the conversation becomes very serious. And maybe that's where South Africa is right now, not rushing toward the spotlight, but deciding whether the spotlight is actually worth stepping into. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel, and tell me what video you would like to see next. Thanks for watching.